Okay, so I'm here with Miss Sims' homeroom, and we are working on our project. We're going to do an example of what our project is. We're going to be making a robot, and every student has a sheet like this that has specific areas or perimeters for their legs, arms, bodies, and head. And they have to make that robot and put it on grid paper like that. And when they do that, their final project will look something like, let's see if we can find it. Something like that. So I wanted us to do an example, and they're going to help me with our classroom one. So this is one that nobody else has, and it says each leg has an area of 32 square units. So somebody raise their hand and tell me, if to find area, what must you do? Length times width. So what I know is that something times something has to be equal to 32. Well, there's a lot of options here. It's not just one answer, so there might be many different ways that you could do this. What times what can give me 32? Here?
2 times
18. 2 times 18. Okay, that would equal 32. And that would give me 32 square units. What's another way I could do it? Sherry? Okay, 4 times 8. Wait, oh, this isn't right. 2 times what is 32, not 18. 16, yeah. Okay, 4 times 8 is 32. What's another one? Can you think of another one? David?
4.
All right, 8 times 4. 1 times 32. Okay, so I could choose any of these numbers here to use as my robot's legs. And so just looking at this, I'm thinking like the 4 times 8 will kind of give me some good size legs. So what I would do up here is I would come up to my grid paper, and I would go down 4 and over how many? 8. So I would go down 4, and I would do it with pencil to begin with. I'm doing it with pen, but I would definitely start with pencil and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so this would be one leg. And so I can color this leg. I can, if I needed to write in that's the leg. And then I would make another leg that exact same size. Okay. So I would do that. I would do the same thing for the arms. I would think of what 2 numbers I can multiply together to get 16. And there could be many different options. If the person beside you has the same number, if they have 16 square units for their arms, they might have one that is how long? 8 times what? 8 times 2. But somebody else might have their arms, and it might be what? Okay. Or somebody else might have their arms, and it might be?
16 times
9. No, it's going to have a square root. I mean, it's going to have a square unit. It's going to be something multiplied by something gives me 16. Chad? 8 times 2. 1 times 16. What's that last one? 4 times 4. Yes, 4 times 4. So any of those would work for the arms. And then I would make my arms 4 by 4 or 16 by 1 if I wanted a long, skinny arm, or however I want to do it. Now, when it comes to perimeter, how do you find the perimeter? How do you find it? Add all the sides. That's right. So I know that my body is going to be a 4-sided shape. It's going to be a rectangle of some sort. And if it's going to be 40 square units, that means all 4 sides have to equal 40. So I can pretty much pick any numbers I want here, as long as that when I add it up, all the sides are 40. But I know that this side and this side must be what? Equal, and this side must be equal. So just give me a number. Give me a number that our body could be.
10.
Okay, so if it's 10, this side would have to be 10. So that'd be 10 and 10, that'd be 20. How can we make a perimeter of 40? What would this side and this side be? 10, yeah, 10 and 10. Okay. Let's do another one. Perimeter of 40. Give me another number other than 10. It could be any number. It could be 11. It could be 12. It could be 9. It could be 3. Which number?
5.
5. So if I do 5, this is 5 and this is 5. So that means that so far I have 10 and I need 30 more.
So 20.
So what's half of 30?
15.
15. So this would be 15 and this would be 15. And if I add all this up, it would equal 40. And so then I would come over and I would do my 10 by 10 or 15 by 5, or if I did 8 down, however I wanted to do it, that would be my body. And so when you get finished, you need to make sure that your area or your perimeter matches what your card says. Then once you've done that, you're going to cut those out. You're going to glue it on a piece of paper. And then you have this here where you're going to name your robot, whatever you want to name it. You're going to tell me my legs are however many squared units, or however many units if it's just perimeter, how long your arms are, your body, and your head. And then you're going to add the eyes and the mouth and the nose, and you just can be as creative as you want to. And you're going to glue this onto your sheet of paper as well. On the back, I want you to include this sheet here on the back of your robot. Just glue this sheet so that I will know exactly what your robot was supposed to be, and that way I can check it very easily. Any questions about that? Y'all think y'all can do it? Yes.
Can we color the
Yeah.
robot?
Yes, you can color the robot. Yes.
Can we do it at home?
Yes, this is a home project, and it's due when?
Friday.
Friday.